What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got the main man from Corruption, Chance Ellison, taking on somebody who we have not seen at all this year, a good competitor, David Del Rio. This should be a really good match, but this is Chance's year. I firmly believe he's going to end up winning Player of the Year. So I got him winning this, but should be a great match. So let's get it started.
Guy versus Ben the Boss. Equal, Chris Jericho takes on Kevin Smith. Chris Jericho wants to play. The Ayatollah of rock and roller.
I'm not messing around. Look out, movie trivia, Schmoedown.
But I can compete. Like, I love that shit. I'm ready to Schmoedown. Throw down with the Schmoedown. Who will win? Join us. Subscribe now. YouTube.com/The Schmoedown. Ladies and gentlemen, to the movie trivia Schmoedown. The ultimate Schmoedown is continuing here, and this is a very, very solid first round matchup. I'm Christian Harloff, joined as always by Mark Baby Caratellis.
Oh, Christian, this is going to be a whole lot of fun because Chance the Cobra Ellison, what a performance he put on throughout the Inner Geekdom tournament, and now he finds himself, having won that, entering a new tournament, and he is running into the Del Rio Speedwagon. That's right, Diamond, David Del Rio is taking him on, and I love this matchup, Christian. I'll tell you why. It's because Chance Ellison having to expand his breadth of knowledge, or at least his display of how much he knows about movies, versus, I don't want to say an unknown quantity. That's unfair to Diamond Dave because we've seen him compete. We've seen him compete well before, but I think Chance going up against Diamond Dave, very intriguing matchup. Anytime a Cobra tries to swallow a Diamond.
Nice. Chance is having a hell of a season. I mean, we saw what he just did in the team's title match a few weeks ago here against the Founding Fathers in their fourth match. He won the Inner Geekdom tournament. Who thought he was going to do that? And who does he defeat? His team's partner in order to do it in the finals. And it also brings up the fact that Corruption is having a hell of a run. Yes, they had that big misstep there with Perry Nemiroff and Mike Kalinowski. That was a big one. It was a big blow to the Corruption ship. But you get Lady Justice, you have the Coyote, and now you have the Cobra. So these three are focused in on Corruption and bringing them and continuing. Remember, once Lady Justice won and once Collins won, Corruption took first place. So this is a big match for Chance. He's having the best best season of his career thus far. Diamond Dave is a guy that has a very, very extensive knowledge. He's a working actor. He wasn't in last year's tournament because he had a gig. He had to do something. He wasn't able to be there. But he's very invested in the Schmoedown. It's not one of those players that are like, I don't know the rules. I'm not really sure. He's an invested player.
Yeah, wait, I thought I was the only one that could blow this show off for other gigs, but I guess me and Diamond Dave, two of a kind. When you look at him, I think that, curious as anybody to see how he performs, is his manager, Roxy Stryer, she of the Rockstars, because you could be pinning your hopes to this kid. And look, Christian, I'll tell you this, if this guy comes in here and he knocks out Chance Ellison in the first round, there's no telling how far he can go in this tournament. And you mentioned Corruption. You can't say Corruption without the queen of said Corruption, that being Shannon Barney. You know, it's almost like they've had such a good run, someone should make a documentary about that faction. And Shannon Barney, I know if there's one person you can say is not going to be fazed by the fact that Mike Kalinowski was knocked out prematurely, some might say, by Perry Nemiroff, it's going to be Shannon. She is not fazed. She is ready to rock here, and she's got one of her show ponies ready to go today.
No doubt. And Shannon was right away saying, all right, big shot, but what's next, right? But there's two things to that, because if you see it on social media, and you're going to see it in a moment here when they're on camera together. Roxy and Shannon, they went after each other during that Damon match, and I think that it got in the head of Roxy Stryer and Damon personally.
Really?
But since then, Roxy has definitely done little smiley faces and little things after that Perry match to try to get into the head of corruption. But Shannon walks around Roxy as if she has something over her, and right now she does, because of the way that our players are playing, the position that they're in. The Rockstars are struggling right now, but this could be a massive. This corruption loses here today, and they're in big trouble. They're in big trouble.
They've had a great run so far, Christian, and it would be very corruption of this faction, too. Just when we think that they're down and out and make an incredible run in the tournament, but the Rockstars, they've been patient for a long time, and they're itching, and they've been pointing at this tournament to say this is where we make our mark, and we start making our run, not just to this tournament and the finals, but maybe Roxy Stryer for that coveted Manager of the Year award.
Well, and another award is either Player of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Inner Geekdom Player of the Year, whatever. He's got a lot of them up there, and this is Team of the Year. I mean, there's so much that Chance Ellison has done. But Nerd Chronic is going to chronicle how we got here right now. And your winner, advancing to the Schmoedown Spectacular, the Cobra Mike and Chance have been playing great. They played together against the family really well. Chance is playing just lights out when it came to the Inner Geekdom.
I was put into a tournament where people didn't think I was going to survive. They thought I was going to go in, lose the first round, I won that one, lose the second round, I won that one, lose the third round. Oh, you won? Oh, she's in the finals now. What a surprise. So if there's anyone out there still doubting me, you better check that right now.
Hard work and dedication and studying and working your butt off is real.
Shannon. Probably my least favorite person to ever enter the movie Trivia Schmoedown. I get it. You're winning right now. Guess what? I've been there before too. I've had myself some champions. I know what it's like to be on top. You and your boy Chance are doing something incredibly stupid, underestimating David Del Rio.
Oh, baby, it's going to be so nice to hear the name Diamond David Del Rio again.
You see, it's Diamond. Hey, Dave Del Rio. You like him even more. Dave Del Rio says, I want to play.
Now I'm back, and I'm back to make a statement. And what better statement to make to the movie Trivia Schmoedown fans than to take down Chance Ellison?
I'm really sick of going into these first round matches and playing really well and losing in the end. I'm looking to change that. David, that starts with you.
Roxy, I supported you in your rally when you called Tom Gagnino the worst manager in the Schmoedown. I thought you were right. But since then I've had an epiphany, and I've realized that it's you.
Roxy, you talk a lot, but you're not saying much.
I really take no pleasure in beating you today. Okay, I do. But for me, the real pleasure is getting to shut that loud mouth of Roxy's.
I don't even blame you for all the cockiness and the arrogance and the obnoxiousness. It's you, Shannon. It's you who's done this.
I'm on a one-way path to greatness, and I'm sorry, the putsy from Grease Live isn't stopping me.
I'm a diamond in the rough, and I'm here to bring a win and take down corruption.
Look, that's the thing. Dave Del Rio has had some tough ones in his career, but he's always been there scrapping them out. And Chance knows that very well. His first rounds in the Ultimate Schmoedown have been great matches, but he hasn't fared well. Bibiani, Irwin, not names to say, oh, I can't believe they beat you. But, nonetheless, he has never advanced into a second round in a singles tournament. So maybe that's in Chance's head. I don't know.
Yeah, another great, marvelous job by Nerd Chronic telling us that story. And when you look at the Cobra, Christian, I think it's just a case of sometimes he just needs that teammate or that faction mate pushing him to the next level. And we saw with Inner Geekdom what happens when he can not only study against someone, but then compete against that same partner. So here, who is going to be in his corner pushing him? Is Shannon Barney up to the task? Because if you give that kid a little nudge, it could mean he's running all the way to steal this whole tournament.
All right, Mark, so before we get to our competitors, as I mentioned before, these two won't tell you that they are fond of one another because, frankly, they're not. But the rock stars, Roxy Stryer, the queen of corruption herself, Shannon Barney. Ladies, we are here again. So, Shannon, look, there isn't a lot that phases you, but Roxy was taking a couple quick shots on Mike getting bounced out of the tournament in the first round. Does that piss you off at all, or do you say, no, what's next?
No, her and everyone else. What the hell do I care? Mike paid his dues for this league. Corruption is Mike. He can set this out because we got 3 other incredible players still on the board, which is more than we can say about a couple factions. So I'm not worried about Roxy. All she does is run her mouth. It's what she does for a living. Nothing she can say affects me because I'm better than her on the mic and I'm better than her in the ring.
Wow. Roxy, response?
Honestly, I pay no mind. Anybody who thinks she's getting in my head, you trust me, you don't know this head. Shannon, that's fine, honey. You want to pretend like you're not fazed by your man, your number one, your corruption king getting booted in round 1? Are you kidding me? You guys pretend like nothing bothers you. Obviously, that's a huge sting. And yeah, of course I'm going to come for you for it because you talk a massive game and he didn't even win one. Just not even one.
Let's check the roster there, Roxy, before you want to dig your heels in on Mike, okay? Because we win and we lose. You just keep losing. So I don't know what to tell you, honey. Better luck next time. Nice try, though.
You know,
Barney, like a dinosaur. Aged out of it.
I hate to ask you this, Roxy, but Shannon has a point just as far as how well Corruption's playing this year. And so I ask you, Miss Stryer, the word patience gets thrown around a lot, immortalized by Axl Rose and more recently Chris Cornell. When you think of patience, is your patience just about looking up at Corruption and where they are in the
Look
standings?
at her face. Of course it is.
Listen, I've been at this a long time. I'm not somebody who's coming in as a freshman this year and trying to start a faction for the first time ever. I've been a manager who's managed champions before, and I've been on top before, and I know what it's like to be there. And honestly, unfortunately, the only place to go from there is down. So I'll see you on my way up, Shannon, as you are climbing down the mountain.
Roxy, you're a veteran manager, and you suck. What is your excuse? I'm a rookie manager, and I'm slaughtering you. And after Chance beats Del Rio in this match, you're going to keep Corruption's name out of your mouth, you're going to sit down, and you're going to shut up. Do you hear me?
I heard you. It's hard to avoid that voice, isn't it, guys? Isn't it? Okay.
I mean, this isn't even the match. This is just the managers getting ready to go. Massive. Look, no love lost here, as we are going to, ladies. Good luck. Big match for the both of you. We're going to put you in both in the waiting room here for the piece.
Good luck, Roxy.
Good luck, Shannon.
Wow. All right. Well, did you expect anything less, Mark?
I didn't, but I still wasn't prepared for it. Ironically, that is really some smack talk, and you're right. That's not even the match. If you tuned in, this is your first time watching the Schmoedown, that wasn't even the match.
Every time they're on screen together, anytime Roxy, it's because of that history that Roxy has with Mike and everything, you know. And speaking of which, if you haven't seen The Dawn of Corruption, the series that is on the Schmoedown Clips channel, you should really watch it now. Frank Janisch showed all of that and how it all went down. So check it out. But, Mark, that's not why we're here. We are here for this match. Competitors are ready. Are you?
As legendary Cleveland manager Lou Brown once said to a guy that looks kind of like you, Christian, Ricky, give him the heater.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing the Rockstars, with a record of 1 win, 2 defeats, Diamond Dave Del Rio.
I was in, and now I'm back to defeat anyone who comes in my way. So let's bring it on.
Yeah, Dave, your usual studio method of competing is dressing to the nines like what you're looking at with me right now. You seem a little dressed down for this match. Is the lack of threads going to affect your mental state as you go into round number 1?
Oh, I don't worry about style. I worry about exactly what you mean in terms of the quality of thread. Even if I'm wearing a suit or a blazer. Hi, Bobby. Wearing a suit or a blazer, I like to stay comfy. I like to wear the finest thread, so this is no exception.
All right, Dave, the other thing I have to ask here is that working with Roxy Strider, because last we saw you, this was before all the factions, before all the draft and all that, and Roxy Strider drafted you. She had spoken such high words and praise of you, obviously. How are you feeling going into this match with Roxy Strider with the Rockstars?
She's been absolutely informative and absolutely caring for any questions and any concerns or any advice that I have. And, this is my first time in a team, and there's no better team that I would rather start with than the Rockstars. I just feel like a rock star being with Roxy. So, this is a good team.
All right, we're going to put you in the waiting room here as we await your opponent. Thank you to Dave Del Rio. All right. And his opponent, representing Corruption, with a record of 2 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 knockout. He is the 2020 Inner Geekdom Tournament winner and the reigning 2-time movie trivia Schmoedown team champion world, the Cobra, Ellison. Chance, the Cobra. I feel like I've introduced you more than anybody this season. Hell of a run you're having so far there, kid. How are you feeling? Look, Inner Geekdom's one thing. We know how well you studied for it, and we saw what you did in the teams match against Founding Fathers. So, how are you preparing going into this tournament?
You know what, you're right, Christian. I have had a hell of a run. You know what? I'm not done yet. Not by a damn sight, because this is the tournament that this is the one I really wanted.
Wow, this is the one. You just won the Inner Geekdom, and this is the one you really won. Okay, well, Chance, let's play off that for a minute. Let me ask you this, just to give everybody who wants to maybe one day be in your shoes at home a chance here. What was the first movie you watched to study for this tournament that didn't involve hobbits or wizards or laser swords?
See, I see what you're trying to do, Mark. You're trying to get me to give away my secrets. And it's not going to work. Because I know a player like Dave, he's smart, he retains stuff, so I'm not going to drop anything and give him an edge.
It was a quick Christian. I wasn't trying to drag the kid out.
Look, you haven't played in a long time. What do you know about strategy these days? So, Chance, I will ask you this. There was not that much pressure. There's always pressure when you're representing your faction, obviously. But now, it's you and 2 rookies left in this tournament. Your team's partner and mentor was bounced in the first round. Spotlight of Corruption is all on you. How does that make you feel? Is it added pressure? Is it bring it on? What is it?
No, because I'm intending to win no matter what. Whether Mike was in, whether he was out, doesn't matter. I got my eyes on the prize. And right now, I got my eyes on round 2. And I'm sorry, MC Cubano over there is not stopping me.
All right, well, fair enough. We're going to pull you out of there too, bring it back. Dave and Chance. All right. So, our competitors have entered the virtual battlefield mark. Round number 1.
Round number 1 works as thus, gentlemen. The field of competitors, which numbers 2 today, is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, and know-how. Every question is worth a mere 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing, at least not in round number 1. I'll remind each competitor that once a question is asked, you have exactly 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever utensil you have on whatever surface you feel comfortable with. As soon as we ask you by name or nickname to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote to the camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be utilized at any point throughout the 3-round match. You may initiate the challenge, but your manager will then come in, and it's up to the management to ratify and ultimately confirm the decision. And we do ask competitors keep their hands where we can see them, unless you're writing down the answer. We understand that. This one, no Googling, no asking Jeeves what the question's answers are. Huh, Christian?
Thank you, Jeeves. All right, so let's start here. We ask Chance Ellison, are you ready?
Let's get it.
Mr. Del Rio, are you ready?
Looking forward to it.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! Round number 1, question number 1. Gentlemen, here's the first one in the realm of action-adventure. Adrienne Palicki plays the character of Ms. Perkins in which 2014 action film?
All right. And we are off and running.
Off and running, and Chance is done way before he puts his hand up. 5, 4.
Not a speed round, Chance.
2.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, I can. Here it is. First one for Dave. Adrienne Palicki plays the character of Miss Perkins in what 2014 action film? Starting off. And 5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't know.
1. Pens down. Chance?
John Wick.
John Wick is correct. Dave?
Oh,
Fantastic start. Nothing.
Fair enough. As we get to 1-0. Next question, Mark.
All right, this next question is in the world of comic book movies. And the question: David S. Goyer directed which film in the Blade franchise? Used to have a joke, Christian, where I said I was the Blade of fat people.
Blade Trinity.
I remember it. It's funny.
Worked well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dave?
Blade Trinity.
Yes. Chance?
Blade Trinity.
So 2-1 as we get to our next question. Dramas. Dramas is the next question. What 2018 film takes place in Colorado Springs and follows a cop named Ron Stallworth?
All right, Christian, honest question.
Yes.
Who can do more pull-ups, you and me at Dave's place or Dave by himself?
Dave. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down and Chance.
Black Klansman.
Yes. Dave.
Black Klansman.
So Dave hanging in there now. We got 3-2. Looks like we got his stride as we get to our next question there, Mark.
You gotta shake the rust off, Christian. Your next category, gentlemen, is in the world of romantic comedies, or as I invented the phrase, rom-com. Your question: who plays the character Sarah Thomas, opposite John Cusack, in the film Serendipity?
Sean.
Word always reminds me of Dick Vitale for some reason.
That's oh yeah, I can see it.
Serendipity, baby.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pen down and Dave.
Kate Beckinsale.
Yes. Chance.
Get back and sell.
Correct. So now we see ourselves 4-3. Ellison with a 1-point lead over Del Rio as we get to our next question. Fantasy sci-fi. Who plays the mermaid Madison in 1984's Splash?
Yeah, Christian, I don't want to rat anybody out. I know you're good friends with Kate Beckinsale, but one time she pushed a chubby kid into a pool, and I saw it.
You're a liar. She didn't do that.
No, it was actually Michael Sheen.
4. Yes. 3. See, I know you're so better than you, 2. 1. Pens down, please. And we start, with Chance.
Daryl Hannah.
Yes. Dave.
Daryl Hannah.
Got it. 5-4. So 1 point separates Ellison and Del Rio as we get to our next question.
All right, that next question Christian's referring to is in the world of comedies. What 2017 film follows a group of 4 friends led by Regina Hall on a trip to the Essence Music Festival?
Let's see how much of a scrap and how much it means for both factions here as they're going.
Yeah, Del Rio has been awakened.
5,
Girls?
4, 3, 2, 1. Dave?
We ready? Girls trip?
Yes. Chance?
Girls trip.
Correct. So 6-5. Chance Ellison working on another proven round. One of the most accurate first round players that we have in the game. So let's see to our next question. R/thriller. Samara Weaving played a woman named Grace who marries into a family with a dark secret in which 2019 film?
Been watching a lot of horror films recently, Christian.
Yeah?
Have you watched that one that,
Kill
or
Me
don't you have to watch
Softly.
one?
Yeah. At this point in time, I'm not sure if I've watched it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we start with Chance.
Ready or not, here Cobra comes. Ready or not.
Yes. And Dave.
Cool tagline, ready or not.
Yes. So 7-6. 7-6. This is question number 8. So if Chance hits it, Chance will have a perfect round. However, if he does not, we move on to round number 2. Here we go.
That's right. How about I ask this one, you gather your movie watching druthers. The category is animated movies, gentlemen. Could be drawn by hand back in the day on a computer now. Your question. Who voices Jack Frost in the film Rise of the Guardians?
This is a tough question.
It is, and I think I missed this movie. Yay or nay, Christian?
I
Should
don't.
I watch it?
Oh, I don't remember it. I think. Let's see. And 5.
Good talk.
Thank 3,
Will Arnett.
2, 1. Dave.
Chris Pine?
That's correct. Chance.
Chris Pine.
Perfect round for Chance Ellison, but Dave Del Rio had a horrible first round as he finds himself with 7 big points. But Chance Ellison, and only Chance, will have to answer this question. Chance, you don't have to write it down. You simply have to answer it. Are you ready?
I am.
Here it is. In what rom-com does Drew Barrymore play a newspaper reporter who enrolls in high
Never
school
Been
as
Kissed.
part of a research for a story?
It'd be the only good film Roger Gosnell's ever done, Never Been Kissed.
Is correct. 9-7. Chance Ellison taking a 2-point lead here over Del Rio, but a great first round thus far. Mark, round number 2.
That's right. David Del Rio doing about as well as we've seen in round number 1, yet Chance Ellison still with a 2-point lead. In round number 2, this is the wheel round. The wheel of fate, doom, and ultimately justice will be served because each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. Once you settle on your category, you're going to have 4 questions from that particular realm of cinema. Each question's worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, competitors, stealing is available in round number 2. Okay, Christian, like I said, Chance Ellison, Corruption, 2-point lead after a sterling round number 1 by both competitors. So Chance, you and your manager Shannon of Corruption fame are going to get to consult whether you want to spin first or defer to your diamonded opponent.
All right, we're going to remove Roxy and Dave, and we have 60 seconds here starting now.
Chance, hell of a first round. Perfect, per usual. Here's the thing, though. First rounds don't mean anything anymore, okay? The first round is now designed to give you a false sense of security. So be proud of what you did, but drop it and move on to round 2, because now the challenge is in front of you, okay? We know we either live or die by this wheel, so clear your head, get ready. I think we're spinning first. What do you think?
You're correct, yes. Spin first.
Let's go.
All right, so Chance Ellison opts to spin first. Here is the first spin. Here we go.
Let's go, big spin.
All right, so whatever it lands on.
Shannon would be great on Wheel of Fortune.
All right, so it looks like it landed in the middle. The rule being that if it lands in the middle, it goes to the right with the option being Energetum. Chance, are you choosing to stay or spin away?
It's just a tournament on this.
60 seconds.
What are you gonna do?
Should I take it, Shannon?
God, I don't know, man. It's really not really that risky. Let's go. Let's do this. Come
Let's do
on.
it.
All right, so opting to take it to no one's surprise, and now bringing back Dave as we get to 4 questions in the Inner Geekdom Slice. So the Inner Geekdom Slice can be from any categories that are asked inside of the Inner Geekdom division. 4 questions in the realm of Inner Geekdom. Here is the first question. The villainous Praetor Shinzon, played by Tom Hardy, appears in which
Nemesis.
Star Trek film?
Star Trek Nemesis.
That's correct. Who plays Ben Damio, a military member of the BPRD, who, due to a supernatural encounter, can turn into a terrifying jaguar-like creature in Hellboy 2019?
Daniel Day Kim.
Yes. All right, question 3. The Sorcerer's Stone. In the Sorcerer's Stone, what specific type of troll attacked Harry, Ron, and Hermione according to McGonagall?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, a mountain troll, B, a river troll, C,
Cave.
a forest troll,
I think it's
or
cave.
D, a cave troll?
Cave, I think.
Mountain Troll.
It's correct for 1 point. And finally, your last question. In The Mask, what is the first balloon figure Stanley Ipkiss makes for the group of thugs?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, giraffe, B, dog, C, a Tommy gun, D, a lion?
Tommy gun?
Let's say Doug.
It's incorrect. David, the question. In The Mask, what is the first balloon figure that Stanley Ipkiss makes for the group of thugs? Is it A, giraffe,
Tommy gun.
B, a dog, C, a Tommy gun, or D, a lion?
It was a Tommy gun.
I'm gonna say a giraffe.
It's correct for 1 point. Big steal for Dave. Big steal as we see ourselves 14-8 after, I believe that was 4 questions, yes?
Yeah.
All right, 4 questions. So, at the end of that, Ellison sees himself with a lead 14-8. 14-8 as we now bring in Roxy Schreier, 60
I
seconds.
mean, I could not have asked for anything better. You got that steal. He had to go to multiple choice for 2 different questions, and that means he's the shortest neck person ever. A long neck creature like a giraffe is us. You've got this. Going into round 2, you have all the momentum. You got the rust off of you from the first question in round 1, and now you're doing perfectly. Take your time. Remember your JTEs. I'm so excited for you right now. Way to really listen to that and use your reasoning and logic to figure out what the answer was. You're cool, calm, collected, and I love that about you. Let's do this in round 2.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, here's the wheel. The wheel is
Oh,
up.
that was such sweet victory. Should we take it? Should we not? What do you think, Chance?
Here it is. And here's spin by Dave.
I will say, Christian, that's the worst we've seen Chance perform in Inner Geekdom in a long time.
It's true. Drama, 60 seconds on drama starting now.
How you feeling?
Great. I think I can take dramas for sure.
I love that for you. I think we should go dramas too. Awesome. You've got this. Again, take your time. Go to multiple choice if you have to, but if you know the answer, feel confident in that, okay? Awesome. Way to go. Way to go. Real. He's a diamond! He's a diamond!
All right, here we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so here we go. So, 4 questions in the realm of dramas, Mark, which is this match is shaping up to be. Here's the first question.
That's right. In the category of dramas, David, for 2 points, unless you want to go with multiple choice, your question. What 1995 drama, directed by Tim
Dead Man
Robbins,
Walking.
starred Susan Sarandon and Sean Penn?
Dead Man Walking.
That's Dead Man Walking.
That is Dead Man Walking, and that's 2 points. Cut Chance's lead to 4. You can cut it to 2 with the correct answer here. In the film Arrival, what is the first word Louise writes when trying to communicate with the aliens?
Multiple choice, please.
All right. Is it A, peace, B, human, C, Louise, or D, hello?
I think it's human.
Louise?
That is incorrect. So now for a chance to steal, we go to Chance. Chance, I'm going to read the question and the options once again. In Arrival, what is the first word Louise writes when trying to communicate with the aliens? Is it A, peace, B, human, C, Louise, or D, hello?
Say hello.
We're looking for human, actually.
That's my other guess.
Yeah,
Human
that was her.
hello was my other guess.
That was her species. Was human. So, move on. No points exchange hands. No penalty for missing a question, obviously. Your next question, David. Your penultimate question in the world of dramas. In the film All the President's Men, where did Bob Woodward have all of his secret meetings with Deep Throat?
In the bathroom? In the bathroom.
In a parking garage.
Final answer?
Yes.
That's 2 points.
All right, so Dave Del Rio can tie the game here should he get this next question correct. So here is the question, Mark.
All right. In the world of dramas, David, to go into round 3 potentially tied, who directed Keira Knightley and James McAvoy in 2007's Atonement?
Joe Wright.
I love that movie. I didn't know that answer, Christian. That's 2 points, and we are tied going into round 3.
Massive round there as Dave Del Rio ties it up with Chance Ellison, and we see ourselves tied up going into round number 3. Mark, how does round number 3 go?
Oh, round number 3. Well, as you know, Christian, or at least I hope you do, this is the round that's going to determine the winner of the match, unless we go to sudden death overtime, which is certainly in play. So here's what we need from each competitor. We need 3 numbers from each of you. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. You may not pick the same numbers as your opponent, as each number corresponds to a different corner of movie trivia Schmoedown question and maybe wisdom. Your first query is worth 2 points. Next one's worth 3. Your final one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. And Christian, only by proxy of Chance Ellison's record, is the reason he is going to get to give us his 3 lucky numbers first. So Chance, from 1 to 20, what 3 numbers feel the most fortunate?
Let's go 6, 17, 8.
Those are the hideous numbers.
Ignore her, you know she's
As those numbers are like literally the worst numbers. Good luck with that.
6,
Roxy, shut up.
Chance, 6, 17, and 8?
Yes.
Okay. And Dave?
I'm going to say 3, 4, and 7.
Sexy numbers from a sexy player. Love those numbers. Yes, those are winning numbers. I feel it. Lottery numbers.
You guys just saw the extent of Roxy's management skill is sexy numbers. That's all she knows how to do. Good
Roxy.
God.
We're tied right now, and you're playing by inner geekdom. Didn't he just do a whole tournament with that? Isn't that your whole thing?
Roxy, be careful, honey. We have one more round to go.
You're using
Don't get too excited.
I'm ready for it.
Roxy,
Me
you are using your 60 seconds right now. You have 50 left.
Okay.
Go.
David, you've absolutely got this. Don't forget about your JTEs. It's like starting the game fresh. Like I said, you already have the rust off of you, so just make sure that you're really listening to the questions. Don't let anything distract you. This is your game to win right now. I know going into this, we know that Chance is a fierce competitor, but at this point, right now, this is your game to win, and I'm pretty positive about this. It's time to shut him down. He's had a long enough run.
All right, so we're going to now move over to Shannon. Shannon, you got 60 seconds to talk to Chance starting now.
Yeah, Roxy said it best. You're a fierce competitor. This is no strange land for you to be in right now. You take your time, you listen to those questions, you use your JTEs when you need them, and you just relax, okay? We get that he caught up to us. Woo! Great. We still have one more round before this game is over. So remember that. Stay calm. Use your time. Relax. You got this, baby.
All right, thank you.
Sexy numbers, the sexiest numbers.
Shannon and Roxy. All right, so we start with Dave Del Rio, who has his 2-pointer, which is category number 3. Category number 3. All right, so for category number 3, you chose the category of thriller. Thriller. Here you go. Who Who stars as Hannah Heller in 2011's thriller, Hannah?
Saoirse Ronan.
That is correct. 2 points. All right, now we bounce to Chance Ellison. Chance Ellison, who chose category number 6, Mark.
Yes, you did, Christian. That corresponds to comedy. We will not be laughing because it's round 3 and we take it seriously. So, in the world of comedy, Chance, for 2 points, to maintain that tie you just had, in what spoof film will you find a character named Yogurt who teaches about the metaphysical power of the Schwartz?
Baseball.
An all-time classic, and we're back to a tie ball game, okay? Tie ball game it is, and we get to our next question, which is category 4. This is for the 3 points for Del Rio, and he chose Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise for category number 4. Here is your 3-pointer. What film marks the only occasion when Tom Cruise collaborated with Francis Ford Coppola?
The Outsiders.
That's correct for 3 more points. Dave Del Rio hits his 3-pointer. And now we get to Chance Ellison. And Chance Ellison had number 17, Mark. Number 17.
That's right, and that corresponds to the wild, wacky, wonderful world of animated film.
Okay.
Could be drawn by hand or on a computer. And your question for 3 points to once again remain tied with Diamond Dave. Chance, what 2017 animated movie depicts a group of teen warriors and features the voice talents of Jackie Chan and Dave Franco?
Be the Lego Ninjago movie.
He got the words in the right order there, Christian. Tied yet again.
This is a scrap. This is an absolute scrap as we now see our 5-pointers. They're both going to have to hit 5s here in order to at least win or tie it up or go send it to sudden death. This is nuts. All right, so Dave Del Rio, for your 5-pointer, you chose category number 7, and that would be Disney movies. Disney movies. All right, Disney movies. And here is the question. 5-pointer. Okay. Who voices Dr. Calico, who is the evil mastermind on Bolt and Penny's TV show in 2008's Bolt?
Repeat the question, please.
Your second one. Who voices Dr. Calico, who is the evil mastermind on Bolt and Penny's TV show in 2008's Bolt?
Repeat the question one more time, please.
It's the last one. Here it is. Who voices Dr. Calico, who's the evil mastermind on Bolt and Penny's TV show in 2008's Bolt?
Jason Segel.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Patton Oswalt.
Sorry, looking for Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell. All right, so where we stand now, Chance Ellison has an opportunity to win the game. He hits his 5 points, then he goes on to the second round. However, if he misses, then we go to sudden death. Mark, Chance chose for category 5. He chose number 8.
That is correct, Christian, and Cal Ripken's legendary number corresponds to a category that I don't believe is in the inner geekdom. Chance, for your 5-point question in the win, you selected the category of musicals.
Okay.
And your question. Once again, this is for 5 points and the win. What classic 1950s musical contains the songs Some Enchanted Evening, Younger Than Springtime, and I'm Gonna Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair?
Five, 4.
Read the question.
First one.
Do that. You have 2 JT rules remaining. In the world of musicals, what classic 1950s musical contains the songs Some Enchanted Evening, Younger Than Springtime, and I'm Gonna Watch That Man Right Out of My Hair?
Oklahoma.
Looks like we're going to sudden death, Christian. We're looking for South Pacific.
South Pacific. All right.
First 5-pointer I've ever known the answer to in my whole life.
All right. So we are going to sudden death. Sudden death it is.
Let's do it, Christian. Let's do it, Christian.
How do the rules go?
Can you send her out again? She's so obnoxious. It's a headache every
she
single
is.
time.
Yes,
My
she is.
God.
There she is.
Oh.
Christian, back to
All
you.
right.
You guys wanted a game. This is what the people want to see. This is what we're gonna give you.
Diamond, diamond. Everybody at home, diamond. I hear you guys.
Nobody's saying that.
All right. Let's get to the rules. Let's get to the rules here. Mark.
Sudden death works a lot like round number 1, except obviously the stakes are much, much higher or meatier depending on which kind of stakes you're talking about. We're going to ask a question to the field. With your utensil and your whiteboard, write down your best attempt at an answer. You have 15 seconds to do so. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in the sudden death round. Here's where it changes from round number 1. If both competitors get the question correct, we'll move on and ask another question, and so on and so forth. If both competitors miss the question, we'll move on, ask another question, so on and so forth. If one competitor gets the question correct, the other misses the correct answer or advances in the tournament by winning the match here today. Gentlemen, you each have 1 usage of the JTE rule throughout all of sudden death, so use it, but use wisely.
All right. So same thing. We're going to give Roxy got 60 seconds to talk to David starting now.
Same thing. He's so shook right now. This is our game to win. Stay cool, take your time. Only use your JTE when you really have to. And when you use it, wait until they get to the 1 on the 5 seconds to give yourself the most amount of time. Wait till the countdown so you make sure you have the time you really need. Your brain is recalling so much today, you're gonna get there. So make sure you trust yourself. This is Chance's demise. This is where we see him start to spiral. You are so calm and collected right now. I'm positive this is your game to win.
All right, go ahead. Shannon, go ahead.
Chance, did you ignore everything she just said like I did? Okay, good boy. Look, man, it's sudden death. It's round 1 all over again. You know how you do in round 1. I know you're not nervous. Nothing shakes you. The corruption, baby. Let's bring this home. Let's end them.
All right. So here we have our sudden death. Our competitors are ready. Our managers are out, and we are about to begin. Chance, are you ready? And David, are you ready?
Looking forward to it.
Here we go. First question. Which actor stars as Balin of Ablin, the lead of Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven?
Note to the fans watching at home, we do not say what category the question is coming from in sudden death.
That is correct. All right, and we get to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Chance.
Orlando Bloom.
And Dave.
Orlando Bloom.
That's both correct. So we get to our next question, Mark.
That is correct, Christian. And the query here for another point. Shelley Duvall and Christopher Lloyd play a married couple in which 1990s Hulk Hogan film?
That's my favorite question that's ever been asked.
And you're married with 2 children, is that correct?
And
I should know this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Dave.
Super Nanny.
And for Chance.
Suburban Commando.
And your winner, Ellison hits Commando.
No, literally nothing matter. David Del Rio is a stud. Your person is supposed to be a champion. You and you couldn't even pull it out in round 2. Come on, you can't be happy about that. He is a history, but he is so lame.
Look at our it is. It continues to be. But look, Chance, you take the big three. Big three for corruption, there's no doubt. But Dave Del Rio, he made you earn it today.
He did. He played a great game. I had a few misses on my part, but hey, in the end, I did what I said I was going to do. I got past all. I'm going to round 2, and I'm happy to be the first player to win a match in 3 divisions in the same season.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Guess who can't say that? Roxy.
Shannon, look, I asked you this question because you seem to have a rivalry everywhere you go here, but I mean, whether it's Kaiser or Dagnino, but does victory come just a little bit sweeter when it's against Roxy?
Listen, people hate me because I'm smart and pretty. It's not my fault. Of course, it's always better against Roxy, because Roxy sucks. She doesn't talk about talking a big game. That woman runs her mouth more than anyone I know, and it never, ever amounts to anything but losses. Winston, you got any extra L's? I could use to give to Miss Roxy. David Del Rio, I'm so sorry that is your manager. You are a rock star, but it has nothing to do with Roxy's management of you. The only reason you're a rock star is because you have a housekeeper running around your place. It's very impressive.
Hey, David, next season, how about you come join a real faction?
You did pretty good. I was impressed. He played a hell of a game. It was great. That was fun.
Recruiting happening right away with Dave Del Rio. So, Chance, you go up now. It's going to be either against Liz Shannon Miller or Rachel Silvestrini. We know that you've had words with Rachel Silvestrini in the past. You've competed against her in other competition shows. But Liz Shannon Miller, that's also, I mean, Dave Del Rio saw what happens with Liz Shannon Miller, and she defeated Dave. So who would you rather see, or are you just going to kind of wait and see what happens?
Well, let me tell you something. I know people are going to watch this match and be like, oh, Ellison, he ain't got the stuff anymore. He's all inner geekdom at this point. What I've proven throughout my entire Schmoedown career, I mean, I might stumble, but I'm always going to get better. So, as much as I love giving Winston L's, I have not gotten the opportunity to shut that loud mouth of Kate Mulligan. And I haven't got the opportunity since my debut to shut the even louder mouth of Rachel Silvestrini. So I prefer them, but whoever comes my way, they're going down.
Chance, I agree with some of what you said. However, I don't think a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, Chance only knows inner geekdom, because it was a tough round 2, ironically, in inner geekdom. Are you kicking yourself? Did you know it and just forget it? What was the deal with round number 2?
You know, the ironic thing is after the inner geek tournament, I focused all on other movies and not inner geekdom movies. And if I kept focusing on inner geekdom movies, it probably would have been better in round 2. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to plug up the holes in my gaps in my knowledge and continue on to next week.
Listen, let's be very clear about something too. Inner geekdom is a massive mixed bag. It's not picking one particular category in inner geekdom to go perfect in. It is a massive mixed bag. He missed one question, so I don't know why everyone's so excited over it.
On the mask. Nobody likes that movie.
Aw, I like the movie. I like Balloon Animal.
No, you don't.
Don't lie.
You don't like that movie.
I do. I like the movie.
Either way, it doesn't matter what you like, whether you like it or not. Chance Ellison's going to the next round here. Round number 2.
Now, Christian, can I stay in the stream when Roxy comes on and disrupt and interrupt her loser speech?
If you would like to say something to Roxy after her interview, I can bring you back for another quick word. So I am going.
Don't worry about it. She doesn't deserve it.
All right. Well, I'm going to remove.
Don't waste time.
Congratulations. That's 3 more points for Corruption as they stay in the game here.
Thank you.
Corruption. Look at those standings and look at where Corruption is. That's a big 3 points. That is a big 3 points by the Cobra here. So now we're going to bring in Roxy Strider, who I'm sure is heartbroken.
No. This is the happiest I've ever been to lose. We made Chance look like a buffoon, like a Tom Finstock level buffoon. What a loser! He is horrible at this game, and now he's being exposed. Inner geekdom my butt. Are you kidding? I've never been a prouder manager than I am of Diamond David Del Rio. He made Chance look so bad. In round 2, that was awful. Chance is not getting past round 2 in this tournament. It's really sad that she already has Mike out. Now Chance is going to be gone. David is incredible. The people after this match, what they're going to be talking about is looking at David, not at Chance. Chance is such a loser. He's so lame.
All right. Well, what I will say about all that.
So lame.
There's definitely, David, a lot of insults thrown there from the rivalry itself. I don't think Roxy's wrong when she says a lot of people are going to be talking about you in this match, because you did. We know that you've obviously you had a couple gigs last year. You couldn't participate the way that you wanted to, but you get to do it this year, and you see how locked in you were, and you see how you took your time with stuff, and the way that you always hung in there, even if you were down. How did you feel about your overall performance in today's match?
I appreciate it, Christian. There's so much movie I need to see that stars Hulk Hogan, so I need to get on that. But listen, I knew coming into this match that I am playing one of the heavy hitters, and when Roxy and I discussed it, we were just like, listen. I was like, listen, the guy's awesome. And I don't know if playing this match was a punishment for my absence or an opportunity, but I take it as an opportunity because, I can guarantee that I'm going to give anybody watching the show. It doesn't matter which competitor. However, playing Chance was not only a challenge, but an absolute honor, and I hope I get to play him again.
Yeah,
Honor my butt. He's lame. He's so lame. David, you're so incredible. And also, what the first thing Shannon ever said that I agree with, the only thing she's ever said, you are a rock star. That is right. And what did Chance say that I agree with? That you should plug your hole, honey. Go ahead, Chance. Plug your hole. David, you have a housekeeper walking around your house. Which of us don't want that? I want a housekeeper. You're a star. You're a star. You're playing with losers. Don't worry, we'll do better for you next time. We'll get you some appropriate competition.
Listen, if I'm going to play and I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose by one. That I can promise. And so I think that these were really great questions, and again, got to brush up on my Hulk.
Yeah.
Do you?
Dave, Roxy's doing her job and pumping you up and belittling your opponent. But look, you can walk into any Schmoedown affiliated bar in the world and tell any patron in there that you stood toe to toe with Chance Ellison, and that's going to get you a lot of run. But I have a sneaking suspicion that is not the end of your story, and that's not what you're going to be hanging your hat on. How much did this match and this tough loss stoke your competitive fire for future Schmoedown matches, for future Schmoedown seasons?
I'm fueled. So I'm just ready to continue playing, and so glad that Movie Trivia Schmoedown invited me back, and I'm ready to play to win.
All right. Well, look, Roxy, this is you. Even though it didn't go your way here, this is an absolute performance here by Dave Del Rio. So I'm sure you're still pretty excited about the way it all went down today.
So excited for him. Honestly, I cannot wait to see the comments about what a stud he truly is and what a loser Chance is. Sorry, he just is. He pulled out the win today. Good for you, Chance. Go on to round 2 and lose there. But come on, this match was about David today and watching him be the diamond he is.
All right. Well, I did promise Shannon that if Dave first.
Bring her on, Christian.
I'll see you soon. All right. So one last round here.
There is a loser in this one, Roxy, and it's you. You just lost this match, so you're down to play this entire tournament. So you say whatever you want about it. It doesn't matter because you lost. You're done. Shut up.
You're down a player. Also, didn't the love of your life also lose round 1? Like when he's supposed to be one of the best ranked players that there is.
This is why you're never going to win in life, because you get stuck on the dumbest crap and you don't learn how to move past anything. You're still stuck on Mike, per usual. Moving forward.
You're stuck on Mike. I've moved way past Mike. Please.
So then why do you keep talking about him? You're
just
desperate.
down a player.
Shut up. Get over yourself. Jesus
Look who's
Christ.
in whose head. Look who's in whose head.
All right, those both Shannon and Roxy. Thank you guys. I just I for your own wherewithal. That was insane. Not only the banter between those two, and that's always a show every single time. But the match. That's one of the best matches we've seen in a long time, and you look at Dave Del Rio at 1 and 3. That's not indicative of what he can do as a player. You look at what he has done, and the matches, every match that dude plays, it's very similar to what happened with Chance. When Chance started playing like these heavyweights, and they would just beat him, and now Chance is kind of moving forward, and now it seems like Dave is in that spot, but because of that love he's got for the game, and I actually think that it would be beneficial. We'll see what happens next season. I think that Roxy and Dave work very well together. So to see whether or not she signs him or whether or not she drafts him again or maybe someone else signs him, I don't know. But they work very well together, and I saw that here today.
Oh, well, we know how much Roxy Strider cares about having David in this league, hanging around, competing in matches. I would not put it past the Rockstars to be calling David's team of agents and saying, hey, don't try to book this kid for the next couple of years. We got him. We're going to work with him because we're going to make him a champion. But if we're talking about champions, one of the big stories today is Chance Ellison barely squeaking by. But I think one of the themes that we're going to see play out in this entire tournament, Christian, is that if you get pushed to your very limits and you still come out with a victory, the next match you play, look out whoever's playing against Chance Ellison in round number 2.
Yeah, and I think that that's exactly right. I think that what Roxy might not have realized, I just know the type of player that Chance is. Those words, what she said to Chance, whether he admits it or not, stung. He does not want people to think that he's either overrated or this too. And nobody, I don't believe, will. But it doesn't matter. She said it, and that means he's going to come back with a vengeance in round number 2. At least that's what he's shown in the past. Either way, we had one hell of a matchup here today. Corruption versus the Rockstars. Corruption gets the big win, and Chance Ellison picks up 3 points over Diamond David Del Rio, but it did not come easy. So much happening in the world of the Schmoedown. The tournament has really kicked off, Mark, and I'm so excited for what all went down here today.
Hey, in the words of another famous Diamond Dave, this tournament has hit the ground running, and there's no looking back now, Christian. As far as the movie Trivia Schmoedown, where you can digest it, well, if you're not familiar with the show, check out the Facebook fan group. We're over 20K strong. There are great conversations in there, and check out the movie Trivia Schmoedown in podcast format. Apple Podcasts, rate, review, all that good stuff. This is how it works around here. It's a competitive match. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of talk. And in the end, Christian, it all comes down to questions about balloon animals and Suburban Commando. I was frozen today.
That's good. You got me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you for joining us here today with this match. Thank you to Mark Ellis. Thank you to our great team, and we will see you next time.
Well, that was a really good match. I didn't expect it to be that well played. I mean, kind of on Chance's end. But David, he put up a hell of a fight. A real heck of a fight. But Chance, another win. Inching closer. He's on his way to potentially being Player of the Year. I'm really happy for him. His evolution in the Schmoedown, it's been remarkable to watch. You know, he's such a good dude, and he's so damn fucking good at the game. I love seeing Chance succeed. But yeah, and Shannon and Roxy, there is no love lost there. And I'm a big fan of both managers. Roxy, Chance is not lame. Chance is fucking awesome. So maybe you don't say stuff like that. And Shannon's the best. I hold Shannon up here in the highest regard. But yeah, very fun, entertaining match. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub, peace.